Just smart agribusiness. This is the best idea. A very small space, like less than 10 feet, and someone is just minting money. These are story gardens. I am Antonio Innocent Mdongi. If you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, and just stick there. I'm bringing you those great contents. Ours is just business and business and business. See, this is, I don't know, cauliflower, I call it broccoli. These are tomatoes. These are purple, I don't know, cabbages. These are, I don't know, what else, on a very small area. A young man, is doing it. If he's doing it, why can't you do it? Keep it. Aim agriculture, and aim agriculture. Keep it farming with aim agriculture.
Hi guys, my name is Daniel Wanderi, the founder of Hydroponic Gardens. We develop solutions, farming solutions, vertical solutions, that is tower gardens, spiral gardens, to be able to do farming sustainably, cost effectively, and without a hassle, you know. How do you maximize your space? That is what I want to take you through. How do you ensure that the small space that you have can become a farm? Let's do numbers here. Now, this is called a tower garden. It's vertical, it's 5 feet tall, comes with 48 plants, one single tower. And let's just figure out how much would we get in one single tower. Before then, let us first understand what does the tower garden have. The tower garden has a growing media. It's 100% soilless, you know, like this. Uses growing media and has 48 plants. If you are to get one for yourself, for your family, these are the numbers. One, assuming you have vegetables, kale, spinach, or whatever you are growing for your own consumption or for business. One tower garden with 48 plants, if say you harvest one single leaf from every plant, it means in one single harvest, you'll have 48 leaves. And if you go to your mama mboga there, or in your estate there out, you know that mama mboga there, you buy 3 leaves at 5 shillings. That means in one single harvest, you get 48 leaves. And in many instances, you can't harvest one. So I'm saying on the bare minimum. So 48 leaves in one single harvest. That means if you are to sell, you're probably going to get 100 shillings. One harvest twice a week or thrice a week. It means on a bare minimum, this one single tower should be able to generate 300 to 500 shillings in one single, in a week. That means in a month, you have 1,200. Now, this is the icing on the cake. If you have 4 towers, they will only occupy 1 square meter. And that meaning you will harvest 4 times of one single tower. If you have for 1 square meter, you are able to generate 1,200 in 1 week. It is very sustainable. And look at it from this angle. What is your cost of production? It's very less. 0 cost of weeding. There's no single day you'll spend money on weeding. No manual watering. You don't waste money or resources on feeding your kitchen garden. You see, the urban communities, your lawyers, your doctors, you don't have time to go and feed your kitchen garden. It comes with a drip system like this one. So no manual watering. So saves you time. Uses up to 80% less water. It means your cost of water goes down up to 80%. And then this is a long-term longevity, durability. This thing you'll have it is made of PVC, and the media inside is pumice, a volcanic, a kind of a rock. It means the garden, once you install it, you'll have it for years, up to 10 years. That is what we call sustainability. Long-term benefit with low investment. Basically what you invest is the initial investment of buying the tower, of the installation. After that, you'll harvest, replant again, whatever else you want. And then another thing, this tower garden is movable. Look at this scenario. You have a very nice kitchen garden, but for whatever reason, you have to shift from one end of the city to the other. Then you ask yourself, what happens to my kitchen garden? This tower garden is portable. You carry along and move with it. That is the interesting part of it, because you see, we look at the dynamics of the urban population. They keep moving from one estate to the other. So you have to give a solution that works for them. And also for mass production. If say you are growing a high value crop like strawberries. Strawberries in one single tower, you harvest one berry per crop. One berry, just a single berry. You have 48 berries. One single punnet of strawberries gives you how many? One punnet of strawberries takes between 10 and 12 berries. You buy at 100 shillings. That means this one will give you 4 punnets. At a single harvest of strawberries, it ought to give you 400 shillings. If you sell a punnet at 100 shillings. It is very sustainable, very cost-effective way to do your farming. Simple, no hassle. And then when you come with your suit, you don't have to remove your suit to go and wear overall like myself, you know. You just jump into your garden, you not spoil your nails and your beautiful hair, you know. It's very hassle-free. There's a question, a very fundamental question people have been throwing my way. Hundreds of people have asked this question. Daniel, how did you come about it? Or how did you start? It's a very interesting story. Back in 2020, I have plenty of, the lockdown is there, I have plenty of time in my hands, 10, 11 hours a day, and I'm thinking, I have a small balcony, 1 meter by 3 meters. Can I do some gardening? I see people doing gardening in Singapore on rooftops, in Israel, in other places in Europe, and I'm like, okay, I've tried, I need a tower garden. So I looked in the local market, where can I get a tower garden? Just to put up a kitchen garden on my balcony. And I couldn't get it. So what am I supposed to do? As an innovator, I thought, no, this is a gap. There is a market gap for this solution. So I created my own garden. So went there, bought some pipes, blah, blah, tested what works, what doesn't work. And it worked. It worked. It worked despite the challenges. It did work, and I saw now there's that need. When I shared my success story on my first tower on social media, that is when I got my first interview on one of the TV stations. So I opened my eyes and said, oh, kumbe there are other people who are like me who need these solutions, and eventually decided to even improve the product, develop more efficient tower gardens, so that eventually everybody, whoever is in my position, can be able to do farming cost effectively and sustainably. That is how I started. And then I moved to do another project. I tested, I grew tomatoes on my rooftop, 2,000 seedlings, and I was able to harvest up to 20 tons on my rooftop. And I made some good money. And I thought, yeah, kumbe there's money in this place. That is, the rest is history, because I turned it into a business. Now we install these tower gardens in homes, in schools, in different parts of the country and beyond. You may ask yourself, what's the installation process? How do we go about it? If I need one, what does it include? What does it come with? What is the process of installation? It's actually a very straightforward process. One, we make these tubes. These are the tubes, the PVCs with 48 holes first, and then we have the base where the tube comes, the tower comes and sits on, and then we get the growing media, which is pumice. It's a volcanic rock that is used in agriculture. So when you make an order for one single tower garden is 3,500. That 3,500 is inclusive of the tower garden itself, the growing media inside, a drip, nutrients that will take you up to 6 months, and install the installation into your in your house. Say you call us, you're in Kilimani, you're in Karen, you're in wherever, Kitengela. We come with this and install it in your place. The only two things that we give you, two roles. One, take care of it, ensure that you check the drips are working. And the other one, make sure when they grow, you eat. Those are the only two things that we ensure. We make it very easy for you. And one, there's no hassle in terms of installation. You just order, and then it is customized to a color theme of your compound. Say you have a color theme of yellow. You can decide you want a contrast or align with it. You can see this is yellow one. This is a blue one. We got some caterpillar green here. So beside food, you get the ornamental aspect of it. Yes. There is another question that people also ask. How many varieties can I mix in a single tire? Or could we mix different varieties? The answer is yes. For us, we mix up to 6 varieties. If you look at this tower has red cabbage. Here, it has malikia. This is curly leaf sukuma wiki. We got terere here, amaranth. We got managu here, nightshade. We got normal kales. And we got spinach and spring onions. That means one single tower, you have been able to mix up to 6 varieties of crops. It means you will not be bored when you have 2 or 3 towers out there. It's only that you get sukuma alone or spinach alone. You will do salads, you will do vitungu there. You will do different varieties as you so wish. The last question that I want to address also is what happens once I harvest this one. I mean, is that all? No. You don't need to buy anything else. The only thing you do is you get seedlings, you pluck this off. You just pluck this off and transplant new seedlings, which is something that you can do on your own in that place in your house without a hassle. Yeah. When you talk about saving space, this you will do 10 times you would do through vertical farming than you would do in conventional farming. Yes. Look at this where we are right now. This kitchen garden is measuring 11 feet by 28 feet. And unbelievably, we have been able to produce 2,300 plants. The towers alone here, they are in a space of 11 feet by 11 feet. We got 25 towers. Those 25 towers, if you multiply by 48, it means we have 1,200 plants here within that space. You may be struggling to maybe several acres or a big chunk of land. It's not about the size of land, it's about output. So that space is able to give us 1,200 plants. Now, you may ask, what's the cost? What's the cost of maintenance? One, in terms of cost, labor cost is very minimal because there's no weeding. In conventional farming, before this cabbage gets to this size, you would have weeded twice. And that there's a cost involved. In our case, there's no weeding. That cost is gone by 100%. The only thing we come to do here is to ensure our drips is okay. There's water in our drips. And that's all. And to harvest. So in terms of labor, it is not labor intensive. Actually saves you a lot of money, labor cost that you have used in conventional farming. In every sector, there's no sector that does not come with challenges. And for us as solution providers, I think the biggest challenge we have is the cost of materials. Because you see, the PVCs, they have to be bought. The growing media has to be bought. So that gives you gives us a challenge because some of these we have to source from far and then bring them to ensure that you as a client, when you make an order, we can provide. The other question, the other challenge is expertise. We get orders as far as Malindi, as far as other parts of the country, or even beyond. Expertise is another challenge because you have to train people and then send them. This is not something that you can call someone in Mombasa. I got some project there, go and do for us and we pay you. So we got to train you, We got to ensure that we empower you with skills. So that's a bit of a challenge, because you can't just come from an agricultural school and we give you just this work, because we will have to, these are a solution we have created on our own. We got to train you. So that's the two major challenges that we are facing currently. And also, well, which is also, it's not a challenge, but it's a good challenge, to say, if there's something like that, is at times we get overwhelmed by maybe orders and projects. You realize you get 4, 5, 6 orders at the same time, and the expertise, the capacity is less. So if I may speak out of business, I think that's a better challenge, because it means you go to work, you are creating more jobs, your solution is coming up very nicely. So those are the 3 major challenges I would say we are facing. Otherwise, everything else is just fine. As a company, we have a vision, and this vision is to ensure that anyone living in an urban area, in a city, can be able to do farming. So we have a very big vision. One of it is we want to run the very best demonstration farm when it comes to hydroponics. 2, we want almost every household to have a kitchen garden. Yeah, because you see, food is universal. Whether rich or poor, even the low urban communities, everyone needs an opportunity to grow. And that is where we come in. We provide solutions that can fit different dynamics and locations. When you're doing a business, before you start any business, there are factors you consider. For example, when you want to venture into this kind of farming, there are some guidelines we try to tell our clients. 1, what do you want to grow? Why do you want to grow? So that whatever information, whatever advice we give you is in line with your objective. If say you are doing this for, you want to set up a garden so that you can supply vegetables within your estate. So that way we will look at the estate, the amount of the target market that you are looking at, and then advise you accordingly. There are no limit of how much you would start. If it's commercial, with 10 towers, you have 480 plants. That would cost you around 35,000 shillings. And you have 480 plants. That means that the produce from those gardens is not for home consumption per se, for household. That's a business itself. So we advise clients, they decide what they want to do, their objective, that is, why do you want to grow, what do you want to grow, what is the size of the market that you are targeting, and then we advise you accordingly. We work out the output of the towers and the target market that you are working on, and advise you accordingly. There are also, tower gardens are not the only solutions that we have. We also have spiral gardens. On this end of the garden, we have a different system, which is spiral gardens. They have horizontal pipes like these ones. As you can see, the top one, where the broccoli is flourishing. We got some more broccoli here. We got tomatoes, you can see. Very nice. We got some eggplant here. So means, in one vertical garden, one spiral garden gives you 144 plants, and you can do on one layer, you do a different variety like you have done. These are tomatoes on the lower one. The second layer has eggplants. The third one has broccoli. The fourth one has broccoli, because we love broccoli. Yes. You may ask, what informs what kind of solution we will take? Either a tower garden or a spiral garden. One, it's what variety of crop do you want to grow? For tower gardens, you can see leafy vegetables are excellent on tower gardens. When it comes to spiral gardens, creeping crops, like tomatoes, you can see. This is an indeterminate variety of tomatoes. You need to stake it go up and up and up. Cabbages, capsicum, cucumbers, that require creeping crops, that require maybe staking, you do them on a spiral. As you can see, they are the lower level here, and the tomato is still moving. It's actually headed to a height almost 1 meter high. So it will go up and up and up. So what it involves is, what do you want to grow? From there we advise you accordingly. Is it the tower garden best for you? Is it the spiral garden best for you? Yeah, those are the varieties that determine what you grow. And let's do figures here. Very simple numbers. You got here, we got 18 tomatoes, and each tomato would give you up to you can see it's producing. If one plant can give you, say, 5 kgs of tomatoes, it means in 18 plants of tomatoes times 5, you got up quite a lot in terms of for your own home consumption or even for business. Broccoli, these are a variety of crop that is very rare actually nowadays. You go to a market, you have the money, you can't find it, or you have to move from one end of the market to the other. Yeah, very delicious. Yeah, so very expensive. You go to the market, probably you get one at probably 150 shillings, one single piece. We got 18 pieces. Actually, we got 36 because we have 2 layers. Then birganya, these are eggplants. They are produced, you can see they are flowering. Yeah, and each piece you buy at maybe 15 shillings, 20 shillings. If you have 18 of them, so you'll just coming and pick 1, 2, 3, and you save money. You save a lot of money.
And this is just smart agribusiness. This is the best idea. A very small space, like less than 10 feet, and someone is just minting money. These are story gardens. I am Antonio Innocent Mdongi. If you're new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, and just stick there. I'm bringing you those great contents. Ours is just business and business and business. See, this is, I don't know, cauliflower, I call it broccoli. These are tomatoes. These are purple, I don't know, cabbages. These are, I don't know, what else, on a very small area. A young man, he's doing it. If he's doing it, why can't you do it? Keep it. Aim agriculture, and aim agriculture.